Sarah and Michael had been married for 10 years, living in the quiet suburbs of New York. To anyone on the outside, they were the perfect couple. Michael, a successful architect, and Sarah, an elementary school teacher, seemed to have it all: a beautiful house, a loving marriage, and a circle of close friends. But beneath the surface, there were cracks no one could see. It all started with Michael's late nights. At first, it was just the occasional business dinner, but soon he was coming home at 2 a.m., reeking of alcohol and perfume that wasn't Sarah's. She questioned him, but he always had an excuse. He was stressed, overworked, and needed time to unwind. Sarah wanted to believe him, but the nagging feeling in her gut told her something wasn't right. One evening, while cleaning their bedroom, Sarah found a hotel receipt hidden in Michael's coat pocket. It wasn't for a business meeting. It was for a suite, booked for 2. Her hands shook as she held the slip of paper, her mind racing. Confronting him was no longer an option. She needed proof. Sarah hired a private investigator, a man named Henry, who had solved countless cases of infidelity. Within a week, Henry returned with photographs. Michael was having an affair with a younger woman, a co-worker. Heartbroken, Sarah felt her world crumble. But anger soon replaced the sorrow. How could Michael betray her? After everything they'd been through, she couldn't just walk away. She wanted him to pay. Sarah started planning. For weeks, she researched. She learned about poisons, specifically one that mimicked a heart attack. It was nearly impossible to trace and would leave no evidence behind. Perfect, she thought. One night, as Michael sat at the dinner table, Sarah served him his favorite dish, spaghetti bolognese, the same meal they'd shared on their first date. She smiled sweetly as he ate, her heart pounding in her chest. She had mixed the poison into the sauce, the exact amount needed to trigger a fatal reaction within hours. After dinner, Michael complained of chest pains. He looked at Sarah, panic in his eyes. "Call an ambulance," he gasped, but Sarah just stood there, watching him suffer. "Why?" he managed to choke out before collapsing to the floor. Sarah knelt beside him, her voice calm. "You broke my heart, Michael. This is only fair." By the time the paramedics arrived, it was too late. Michael was pronounced dead at the scene, the official cause listed as a heart attack. For weeks, Sarah played the grieving widow. Friends and neighbors offered their condolences, while police ruled out foul play. No one suspected a thing. But then, something unexpected happened. Henry, the private investigator, called Sarah. He had discovered something about Michael's mistress. She wasn't just a co-worker. She was an undercover FBI agent, investigating Michael for embezzlement. The affair had been part of her cover. Sarah's stomach dropped. If the FBI had been watching Michael, had they been watching her too? Had they seen what she'd done? Days later, 2 federal agents knocked on Sarah's door. They had questions, and Sarah knew her time was up. As she sat in the interrogation room, she realized that her plan, once so carefully crafted, had crumbled. Michael may have betrayed her, but in the end it was her own actions that sealed her fate. And now the perfect crime was nothing more than her last confession. The end.